welcome at your guitar workshop. My name is André, and today we're going to do a song about music called Unnatural Selection. It's a great song, it's got some cool riffs, so grab that electric guitar and let's get started.
Okay, so that verse starts off the same as the other one, so you have a bar in which you play first the middle finger on the 5th position of the 4th string, and then index finger, 5th position of the 6th string. Now, instead of playing this, you play something else, which is just you put your index finger just softly touching the 6th string and the 5th string and the 4th string, and you just move it up gently while not pressing the strings but touching the strings and playing. Like so. And then you get those natural harmonics. And that's the sound that we're looking for. So like this, including the first bar, 1, 2, 3, 4. And after this, you play index finger just on the 5th position of the A string, and you play open 6th string as well. And then you repeat again that, going to, again, this middle finger 5th position on the D string to index finger 5th position on the 6th string. And again, those natural harmonics. After that, playing again index finger 5th position on the A string with open 6th string. So that verse slowly goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. And after that, you go into the normal riff with, and then you continue playing that and going to the normal pre-chorus and so on. So that is just a variation on that verse. Okay, so after the next chorus, we jump into the bridge, and well, in the bridge there is actually a lot going on and not a lot going on at the same time. I mean, there's sounds and stuff like that. So to get really the proper sounds, I think you should listen to it yourself a little bit and try to figure out how they do it. I believe that when they enter the bridge, which is in a 6/8 beat, they do it with 2 natural harmonics played on the 4th string, 12th position, and the 12th position on the 3rd string. So like this. And then the bass just plays its thing. So we just came from this part, like and so on. After 8 bars, in the 8th bar, you play just open, like lowered D string, A string, and D string, and you just play. So like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we move on to the bass notes like that you play with the guitar. And then you play 5th position on the lowered D string. Then 5th position on the A string. And you can play with your ring finger, index finger, whatever you want. So like this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then index finger, first position on the lower D string. Then ring finger, third position on the A string. Then to first position with your index finger. And you can strike this note, but I like to just slide it up to fourth position on that A string. After that, playing open D string, lower D string, and then playing index finger on fourth position on that lower D string. And then you repeat that. So it goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, the next part is the solo. Now, I think he uses a whammy bar, and I don't have that, so I'm going to have to give you sort of like my version of it. He starts off with a bend on the 12th position on the G string. So full bend and release, so like this. Then you get the whammy bar part. So sounds nice, isn't it? Whammy bar part. Anyway, then I play with my middle finger, and I use my index finger for that too. A full bend on 8th position of the G string. Like so. Then I play index finger, 10th position on the G string, and I make a hammer on with my ring finger on 12th position and a pull off. Like so. And then I make a full bend with my middle finger on 11th position on the 2nd string. Do it again. Release it and play 10th position on the B string. So like this. So that first part of the solo goes like this. 1, 2, 3. Then we get sort of like a little chord. You put your index finger in 7th position of the G string and your middle finger in 8th position of the B string. And then you just play triplets. And I use alternate picking for this. So like this. So you play that. And then you go to index finger just as a small bar on G string and B string in 8th position. So like this. 1, 2, 3. And then ring finger, 10th position. And then you get 7th position, index finger on the G string, and little finger is in 11th position on the B string. Like so. And after that part, you play again index finger in that 11th position on the B string. Then index finger, 8th position on the B string. And then ring finger, 10th position on that B string. Followed by a full bend on 13th position with your ring finger on the B string. So that part with the chords goes like this. 1, 2, 3. And that's the solo, and then it goes back to the after that to the bass notes, don't like this. Goes to the pre-chorus, and after that pre-chorus. At the end of it, you play this. But instead of that, you play this chord progression once, you play it 3 times, so like this. going to the chorus. Now, at the end of the chorus, you get those bass notes, of course, and you play first position to third position to that B flat chord, so like this. And that you also play 3 times, so like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. And after that, that third time, you play 4th position, ring finger on the 6th string, to middle finger, 3rd position on that 6th string, to 8th position, that B flat chord. And then you get at the end the outro, and that starts off first by playing the 4th position. And then you get how you play that. You just play index finger on the 5th position on the 6th string. You play it twice. Then you play 8th position with your little finger on the A string. Then twice that 5th position again. Then you play 7th position with your ring finger on the 8th string. 5th position, 6th string, and again that 7th position on the 8th string. So like this: 3, 4. Now the next bar is pretty much the same in terms of rhythm. You play twice the 5th position on the 6th string, then middle finger 6th position on the 5th string, twice the 5th position again on the 6th string, then 5th position on the 5th string, 5th position 6th string, and again 5th position on the 5th string. So like this: 3, 4. And to play that, to switch in between 5th position on the 6th string and 5th string, I just roll my finger, which makes it easier to play the tones without having them sound together. So those first 2 bars sound like this: 3, 4. Now those 2 bars, you repeat them 4 times, or you play them 4 times, but the 4th time, the second bar is changed. So the first bar is, of course, the same, so like this: 3, 4. And instead of playing the rest of that riff, you just put ring finger in 7th position on the G string, and a little finger in 8th position of the B string. Strike them both, and just push them up the strings. So the last repeat, those 2 bars sound like this: 3, 4. Then you get again the same riff, but it's altered just a little bit. And instead of playing just now, like single tones with your little finger and ring finger, you play double tones. So you play not only the 8th position on the A string, but also on the D string. And you don't only play the 7th position on the A string, but also on the D string. And maybe if you can do it with your little finger, that's fine. You can also do it with your ring finger. It's all about preference in this case. So then that riff sounds like this: 3, 4. And as you heard, the last part, instead of playing that, I play again that ring finger in 7th position on the G string and little finger on 8th position of the B string. So like this, 3, 4. Another difference is that the first riff that I played off the outro is played open. And this is more palm muted. So keep that in mind. But only the bass notes are palm muted. So what you play in 8th position, 7th position, and 5th position is played open. So you switch between palm muting and playing it open. So like this, 3, 4. Now you repeat that whole thing, and instead of at the end playing that 7th position and 8th position on the G and B string, you just play open 5th position on the 6th, 5th, and 4th string with your index finger. So the last 4 bars should sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should pretty much conclude Unnatural selection by Muse.